What's up, fellow collectors? This is P Rockzilla, and today we're gonna be taking a look at a figure I've been waiting for a long time. And this is one of my, I want to say, all right, I always say this is one of my favorite video game characters and video games in general. Legend of Zelda always holds a spot in my heart as my favorite video game series and video game. So next to that is Assassin's Creed. This is a game where up until Origins, I've always bought each one and loved playing them. So this is basically the Damtoys Assassin's Creed 2 Ezio figure, Ezio Auditore. And he, to me, was the best assassin out of all of them so far. Connor's like a second place. It's maybe Connor and then was it Connor's father, Edward or Edwin? That's my third favorite right there. But anyways, I'm excited to get this guy, add him to my collection, have him next to my Connor. Hopefully I can get my hands on more of the assassins. So anyways, let's get this review started. Dale. Let's take a look at the box before we get the figure outside of the box. Now, I'm super excited of this because this is my first 6 scale Ezio figure. It says Creed logo on the side. This is a big box, so it's got to hold it sideways. It's a scale collectible figure. Oh, I didn't notice that dent there. Oh well. You get the legal information there. You get your official sticker there. So if you ever buy these, make sure you have that sticker there. You get the Assassin's Creed logo on the bottom too. You get the little logo there. And then you get the beautiful picture of Ezio right here. And on the top, you get the Assassin's Creed 2 logo, just in the white. So I was saying before, I had the Tom McFarlane ones, the Assassin's Creed, so I don't think this is going to be my first 6 scale, and I'm excited to get my boy out the box. So I did want to show that once you take the cover off, there's actually another box inside there. So the actual first box is just a big slip cover, and there's another box inside. This is Ezio's name. Once the scale, ages 15 and above, and then you can actually see the figure right there. Okay, so now we're definitely gonna get him out of the box. So when you get the figure out of the box, this is what you get. Now, just be warned, this is a long box, so it's kind of hard to get in the full frame. So you actually, when you get 2 layers when you take out the box. You get this first layer that actually has the figure, all of his accessories, and then the bottom one has the basically base and the weapons along with the stand. So we'll go ahead and take the first layer, cover off. Let's take this off real quick. Put this to the side. And we'll take a quick look at Ezio. See, we just take him out real quick. Take a quick look at the figure. Let's get some of this plastic off of him. And let's just see how he came out. So as you can see, Ezio looks good. Now, this is the younger Ezio. This is exactly from part 2 when he first becomes the assassin. Let me see if I can bring my brightness a little bit up. See if it shows off some more of the costume there. Let's see, there we go. Yep, that's a little bit better. All right. So as you can see, some plastic under there I gotta take off. And the head is this is kind of just like the head from the Gandalf from the Asmus Crown series. It has the same way of attaching. So it looks like Ezio. Of course, there goes his ponytail, his little trademark ponytail. And then the hood there. You can take a look there. It's Ezio Auditore. This is my favorite assassin. I always like this guy. He was smooth, man. Smooth with the females at first. Then he became more of a mentor-wise. I started the mentor version of this figure. I started collecting these late. Like I said, I was 6 scale when I started collecting 6 scale. He was already out. Or was out and I just didn't realize it. Didn't know about Damtoys until recently. I like the little patterns you get there on his clothing. And that's actually, this is stitched on there. It looks like it feels like it's embroidered on there. So it's not, it's not sewed on there. It's like a sticker or something. So it's not stitched on. The buttons, you get the buttons here. This, thank God, I don't think this is a plastic. A pleather. It's more of a plastic, like a soft, harder plastic. That kind of makes sense. Soft hard plastic. It's like a soft plastic. I'm still gonna put some treatment on there, some conditioner on there, just to be safe. And then you get the little strings here. That's actual string. Metal pieces here. Here's his gauntlets. And this has his tree logo right there in his chest. I mean his belly right there too. Then you come down. The cape is wired. So you come behind. You can see the pouches back there. There you go. The belt. I mean the sash. The sash is weathered a little bit. If you can see, there's like some brown spots in there. Right. And then you have some more of the design in the back. The boots, same thing as a hard plastic. No tread. I guess because you gotta be quiet. So yeah, so it looks like Ezio. Alright, so let's put him down. And we'll take a look at everything he comes with. So he comes with the different hands right there. This is obviously for the one hand that has the glove on. Extra peg. And then over here you have some more hands. Extra peg, same thing too. Right there you have his bow tie for his hair. Then you have his ponytail right there. And underneath here, you are treated with, you get both his hidden blades. So this is like a fully retracted one. This one looks like it has a little more weathering. If you can see there, it has more of like a weathering on there. Then you have the beautiful sword. You have the Eden, then the base, and the stand. All right, so what we're gonna do is go ahead and get the figure out, get all the accessories out, lay them out, so we can take a look at everything in detail. Here we have Ezio laid out with all his accessories that come in the package. So as always, let's take a look at the figure first. So we already took a look at the details. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna jump into the articulation. So Ezio's head can go full 360, but because of the collar behind him, when you do that, it will come back off, but he doesn't do that, so why would you want to do that anyways? He can look up about that much. You can look down pretty good about that much. You do get the little reveal the neck back there if you do that, so you could just always remedy that with the hood. And then, so while we're there at the hood, let's go ahead and take a look at the hood. So the hood does cover his head completely. And it has a bendy wire from the point of the hood all the way down to here on both ends. So you can adjust it to however you want. The way I always like this, basically where it's exactly covering his face. Where you already really see like the tip of the nose. Something like that. But we'll adjust it more. Just want to show that. As you can see, there's weathering on the hood. See the weathering right there. All the brown spots all across the whole costume, which was done perfectly on this cloth. All right, and then the inside of his collar, you get the little print there, which is nice also. All right, and then you get the gold chain down there. I mean, not gold chain. I'm thinking about Michael Jordan. Everybody knows about the Michael Jordan thing. I'm not losing this chain. You get his necklace right here underneath. All right, so then from there, there's like his arm. Now the arms do feel like a little loose, so I was a little worried at first, but that's just the way they are, I guess. So let's see. The arms can go about that high. So you can do a T-pose. No problem. Let me readjust his head so it doesn't look all weird. So you can do a T-pose. And then let's bring the lighting down a little bit more just so we can get some better detail in there. There we go. All right. So one thing to remember, when you take the plastic off the hands right here, this sleeve is gonna fall off. So good thing I recorded earlier. I was able to see how it goes on because I actually put it on backwards. Unfortunately, in the back of the box, there's never really no pictures or anything like that. So just remember that. All right, so let's go look at the articulation. Now, does it feel like a seamless? No, it's not seamless body under there. I can feel the joint right there. All right, so you do get pretty decent joints. You gotta untuck the shirt there. You can get longer joints there because the shirt will get pinched in there. And then you do get swivel. So you get not full double jointed, but you get a decent bend. So that's not bad. Go there, bring the arm back down. Arm can go about that high up. And it can go about this far back. So you're not limited much here. And the cloth feels loose enough where it doesn't feel like it's putting tension on any of the stitching. So that's good. All right, so let's bring this arm down. Same thing with the same articulation. And then right here, we just take a quick look at the gauntlet. You get the little ruby right there. The detail on this is superb. Now, same thing on the belt. Now, like I said before, the belt is a plastic. It's not pleather. So that's a good thing. You don't have to worry about it degrading over time, as you can see here. So let's bring the lighting back up one more. Here we go. You can see the nice detail, the stitching on the plastic. So that looks very nice. The shoulder point, the shoulder pad is the same thing as the belt. Same thing here. All right, so for the waist articulation, but it ripped in. Oh, there you go. So he does go a little bit that far sideways. He does go that far sideways. Let's see how far he bends back. So he does bend. Let's see. He doesn't really bend back much because of the cloth. So I'm trying to push him. So he does go back, but you feel it push back forward. So I don't want to break that by accident. And he does bend forward pretty decent. So you could get the diving off the perch pose. Let's look down and see more of the patterning and the stitching down here. Now the sash, this is wired too, so you can articulate this in different ways also. So that's good right there for posing. I'm gonna do dynamic posing. All right, so the legs. Now this, I can tell already, because the pants sink down low, you're gonna try to push them up if you want to get some kind of split action going on. But you can't really do much. You can see right here, or you can't really see, but you can kind of see right there where you have enough space there. It's just that you can't really push this up because it feels like the pants are tucked into the boots. All right, so you can't really do a split. Let's see how far up he goes. Well, the pants, same thing with it. Because of the pants, you can't go that far up. So there's no way Ezio here is giving anybody the Hogan boot. The knees do bend, but because of the back of the boot, you're hindered a little bit. But you do get a bend in the knee. The legs, the ankles do pivot forward. Let's bring this leg straight. See how far you get. So they do pivot forward good. They do go up pretty good. You do get some sideways pivot, so that's awesome for some dynamic posing. I wish you had some toe articulation. That would have been even better, but I mean, he's more of a stealth assassin. He isn't really doing many acrobatic stuff, but he is a little hindered with articulation. The legs mostly because of the pants, the way they designed the pants. I don't know if I could take these legs off. Maybe, I don't know if I want to try that. Take the feet off and then maybe slide this off and see if I could push the pants up more. I'm not sure how short they cut the pants on under there. That's something maybe I'll try in the future. I don't know. I don't want to damage my figure. That's just an idea. I like to see that. If I could somehow put the pants up more, then I can get more articulation at his legs. But because of that, he's pretty hindered with the articulation. This is, he can do this as if he's running or sneaking. But as you can see here, right there in that crotch area, that's what's stopping the articulation. Also, while we're there talking about this, his jacket, the bottom portion right here, this is wired also. It's wired from this portion down to here. And then, is this wired? No, it's not wired, but this is. So you can basically have that flapping over, which is nice because, he dives off of the balconies and stuff. So that's good to know. And see, I'm not sure if this is all. See, I think it's just like stitched there. This can move up, but this seems like it's stitched on there. I don't think you could take the sash off. Maybe you could with the Velcro here. Is that Velcro? Yeah, it is Velcro. So there's Velcro there. You could probably take that off, but I don't want to mess my figure up or change anything around. So let's put the belt back, keep it the way it is. All right, so there's articulation. So he is pretty hindered with articulation, but once again, he doesn't really, do dynamic or acrobatic stuff too much. Like, like flying kicks and stuff like that. Now the cape too, I gotta go with the cape. The cape has wiring also. And its wiring begins from here. It goes all along the cape. All the way to the back portion right here. So you can do it pretty good. Let's see if it could work. Like some kind of wind flapping up in the air. type thing, so it will kind of hold the pose up there. So that's gonna be fun to mess around with. All right, so there goes Ezio. Well, his articulation, a little hindered, but I still love the character, love the figure so far. And then he comes with the two closed fist hands on him already. Then he comes with two open hands. One for the gloved hand, one for the hand that has no glove. Then he comes with two other hands right here. I'm not sure these would be to hold weapons or to hold something, or more just a relaxed hand. And then he comes with a hand to hold a sword. And this hand is a little special. Actually has a magnet in there. And this is to hold the Eden. Right here. Somewhere there it goes, right there. So it's like the Enterbait where they had the basketballs have a magnet and the hands have a magnet. Enterbait just they hide their magnets a little bit better because they keep it the same skin tone as the actual hand. But there you go. He can hold it without it falling out of his hand. That's gonna be cool for posing also. And then he comes with his nice sword. Excuse me. Now, I don't think I saw instructions. I don't think Asmus figures come with instructions, so you kind of figure out yourself. But I was messing. I could tell this is how you would put it on. Basically, you would open this right here, and then I'm probably gonna warm up these hands. They're soft already, but to be safe, I'm probably gonna heat them up in water to make them even a little bit more softer, easier to put the sword in the hand. But as you can see, the sword is very detailed. You have the gold going down the sword. The etchings right there on the sword. Etchings all across the gold. The handle has nice etching on it too. So there's nice attention to detail. All right, so let's look at the hidden blades. Now you get two hidden blades. Like I said, one looks more retracted than the other. And the hidden blades, I never realized in the video game, but seeing this in hand and figure, it actually has some nice etching on there. Nice detail. This is the less retracted one. And then this is the fully retracted one. And as you can see, there's a little more weathering. I'll put them side by side so you can see the difference. Yep, so you get those. Now these I haven't messed with yet, so let me see how this will go on him. So I think maybe, you just slide them in there. There's a port, as you can see, there's like a little slot there. So I guess you just slide it in there. Yep, so there you go. And I thought he had one on each hand. I guess, was that in a different part? Maybe in the other part. I guess when he begins, you only have one. Yep, so that's how you put the hidden blade in there. All right, so we got that down there. And then, of course, he has his hair tie and then the ponytail. So we'll go ahead and get this on him real quick. Let's put the head forward. You gotta hold, I'm sorry, that's off camera. Hold that there. And then try to push that into there. A little hard to do on camera. Let's try one more time. If I don't get it, I'll just do it off camera. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do it off camera. But basically, you get it in there. It goes a specific way. You see, if you see the hole, there's a design there, so you get it a specific way. So I'll do that off camera. I don't want to take too much time. All right, and then you get his base, which I have an issue with mine. As you can see, the nameplate keeps falling off. So I think the glue wore off, so I'm going to just put some glue of my own on there. But you get a nice metal plate there. So it says Creed 2. You get the rope, the dirt, the gravel, the floor, and then you get the stand, which you can adjust. All right, so that's everything you get with the figure. So let's go ahead. I'll get him with some accessories on and get him sized up for a good size comparison. There we have Ezio standing there in a default pose. I'm gonna go ahead and bring some figures in here. And let's go ahead and bring in a 3-0 figure, and let's do the 3-0 Snake Eyes. There he is next to 3-0 Snake Eyes. And let's go ahead and bring in the Hot Toys. And let's bring in, actually, let me bring in, I don't want too much white back there. So let's bring in Medicom. And we're going to bring in Medicom Kenshiro from Fits of the North Star. Right here, Kenshiro. And last but not least, let's go ahead and bring a Hot Toy in here. And let's do the Hot Toys Captain Rex. And there we go with the Captain Rex. So here we have Kenshiro, Captain Rex, Ezio, and Snake Eyes. And this is a good size comparison so you get an idea of how the figure would match up to your other figures or in your display. And there is Ezio holding the ball of Eden. He just accomplished his mission. He has it. He's ready to bring it back to the assassins. And the assassins gain victory. At least that's my ending for the part 2. I know it didn't end that way. The way the game has been going, I don't know. I guess I stopped playing the game at the I think it was Odyssey, the one year in Egypt. I stopped kind of playing the game after that. The characters just didn't have that. I don't know. They didn't have that feel for me, like that attachment to me. But speaking of characters, this dude is the man. The figure, not so much. I love the way he looks. I love the attention to detail they gave the character with all the stitching and patterns all over the clothes. I love how much. I just like. So I didn't want to say one thing. So inside of his collar, when he comes back around, you're gonna see the white portion of his collar is actually it has the bendy wire in there too, so you can actually articulate that also. And the jacket flaps in the front, I mentioned that before, there's articulation in there too. The back ones actually have it also too. So there's articulation all over this figure. The only part that kind of bothered me is the part that matters the most, the actual figure himself is hindered with the articulation because of the pants. You can't really do much with the legs. But then again, like I said, in the video game, he doesn't do like cartwheels and splits and stuff like that. So it kind of matches the character in a way, if you want to say that. But like I felt like he could have been a little bit more articulated. The hands you can get away with more articulation, so the hands don't bother me nowhere near as much as the rest of the body or the rest of the figure. But like I said, it's not a bad thing. He articulates good enough for what he was meant to do. So I felt it only fitting to have Ezio pose along with my other Damtoys Connor from Assassin's Creed 3. As these are my only 2 Damtoys figures I have so far, and my only 2 assassins I have so far. Hopefully Mario is going to help me out with this and help me introduce my 3rd assassin to my collection. But other than that, I mean, the figure, like I said, the figure is good. If you're an Assassin's Creed fan, you have to have this figure. If you have any of the Damtoy assassins, you have to have Ezio. Ezio is like the most iconic, I gotta say, of all the assassins. He's the most iconic and the coolest looking one of all of them. And just of all the games, I had more fun with the Assassin's Creed Ezio's character more than any of the other characters. Connor following behind him, and then the pirate one, I forgot Edward. After that, we my 3rd one. The figure, like I say, he's somewhat hindered in articulation, but it doesn't do what his character is not known for doing. And just the tailoring on this figure is beautiful, man. Just having it in hand, seeing all just seeing all the like the etching and the designs and the paint and the bendy wires, just seeing it in hand is just something different from pictures. I love this figure. Of course, I'm a little biased because I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan and I'm a huge Ezio fan. So of course I'm gonna say, yeah, get this figure. But as talking to you as an actual collector and as a fan, like I said before, if you're a fan of Assassin's Creed, then yes, I would say get this figure. If you're curious about which figure to get first from the Assassin's Creed Damtoys ones, whichever one you can get cheapest and easiest, I'll say get that one. But if you had to choose, I'll definitely say get Ezio first. If I don't have Altair and I don't have, I forgot the other guy's name, I don't have them. So just comparing them from the 2 I have so far, I like Ezio more. Connor can articulate a little more, but I want to, I don't want to articulate him too much because of the coat and stuff. So if you're not a fan of Assassin's Creed and you just were curious the character, think the character looks cool, then yeah, I'll definitely say take it. I'll pick him up. And I was able to pick him up retail, so he's available retail. I think he may have sold out, I'm not sure, but he still should be available retail if you want to pick him up. I definitely would say jump on that. It's not a must, not like, you have to go out and get this figure. If you don't know anything about the character, then then I wouldn't recommend the character or the figure. But if you just think he looks cool and you're a fan, then yes, please pick him up. You're not gonna regret the purchase. He looks awesome. I love the way my assassins look. I can't wait to get to the other assassins in my collection. And trust me, once I get them, you'll be seeing them in other reviews. But anyways, people, I hope you enjoyed the review. Oh, one thing. The hands are a little bit of pain in the butt to remove. It took me a couple of tries just because the arm is a little loose. When you're trying to put the hands into the peg, it's better to bend the elbow. The sword was a little bit harder to put on than I thought it was going to be, just because I didn't want to break the little rings that go around. It's a soft plastic. If you bend it too much, you could either bend it like where it'll get a stress mark on it. So that was a little pain to put in. The ponytail is a little bit of pain just because I would say the best thing to do with the ponytail is put the wrap around the actual ponytail first before you insert it into the peg. If you put it on the actual back of the head, it's a little more difficult to put in. Other than that, I mean, the hidden blades are easy to put on, but other than that, that's a few minor gripes. I definitely would give this figure definite pickup. But yeah, people, I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, please hit that subscribe, hit that bell notification, click the like button, and as always, keep collecting, be good, stay safe, dale.